Hey, this is the Phantom Duck here with some more League of Legends gameplay. If you like the video, remember to rate, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Hey guys, this is the Phantom Duck here with another game of League of Legends. This game I'm playing Maokai top lane, and I'm up against a Vayne this game, so I figured it was going to be a pretty rough game to start off with. Just because she's going to be able to just tear through me pretty easily. So I start cloth 5 here. The runes and masteries I'm running are, I'm running AP Quints, I'm running NR, MR Marks, I'm running Armor, Seals, and I'm running MR Glyphs. For Marks I'm running Magic Pen. I think I said MR, but I'm running Magic Pen Marks. So I take Sapling here first, just to help with farming and maybe get a little poked down. Level 1 Sapling's good early on, but I don't put any points into Sapling after that until I have my Q and my W maxed, and I max Q first to help with farming. So I'm just sitting there waiting to see if they do an invade at Reds, which they end up not doing.
Minions have spawned.
This is only probably the 3rd time I've seen a Vayne top lane. The only other time I think I played against a Vayne top lane was I played against 2 back-to-back when I played earlier in the season as Shyvana, which was really annoying. But Sunny's with her silver bolts, it kind of just melts through me, her being ranged and me being basically a melee caster, kind of. So I can't really just straight up fight her, otherwise she'll tear right through me. So I let my jungler know I'm gonna need some ganks, and I drop my sapling there. Just trying to push the wave a little bit because I know once I miss a CS there. Once Vayne gets into lane, she's gonna be able to zone me out pretty well, like as you can see right there. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of mana starting off to CS. Otherwise I'm going to miss a lot because she's just going to, I assume she would just freeze the lane, which she ends up not doing later on, which is nice. She just pushes it. So as you can see, she takes decent damage from saplings. And she's going to end up, I believe we end up fighting here in a minute, and she ends up taking a lot of damage from minion aggro. Yeah, so luckily she doesn't get the 3rd proc of her silver bolt off there. So what I plan on doing this game is normally you start Rod of Ages and then go into a more defensive item. As you can see here, I'm just letting her push the wave. But you normally go into a more defensive item like Frozen Heart or something of the sort, or Iceborne Gauntlet. But instead, I start with a Glacial Shroud because I need the mana and the armor more than I need the health, since her 3rd auto does percent health. So I ended up fighting her here since she rolled right into my minions, and she ends up doing a lot of damage there, but she also took a lot of minion aggro. As you can see, I rooted her in the middle of my minions, and Narcotics comes in. And I can't really do anything since I'm almost out of mana, and he ends up getting the 1st blood and dies to the tower and doesn't give the Vayne a kill. I'm not really paying attention there. I almost end up dying to minion aggro. So anyways, I just want to, she has TP, so I know she's gonna, I figured she would TP back into a minion and try and get a kill on me, but she ends up not doing that. I'm out of mana right now, so I just want to pick up what CS that I can. So as you can see, I just back up here. She TP's back in the lane and she's here. She's missing CS, which is nice for me. And it's kind of letting the lane stay a little bit shoved towards my tower. I figured that she's going to be sitting in that bush and our jungler comes up to, just in case, and Rammus ends up being there. So, yeah, so there's a little bit of a confrontation there. I can't help a whole lot due to the fact that I have almost no mana and I'm almost dead. My TP's up. So, excuse me. So I back off, I pick up Glacial Shroud, and I pick up a couple health and mana potions, and then I TP back into lane with the wave pushed right in front of my turret, which is great for me because it's going to help me CS here. Normally I'd recommend starting Dorn's Ring on him because it makes it easier to farm, but I had to start Cloth 5 just because of the Bane. And right here, I get most of the CS. I missed out on 2 there out of, I think there was like 7, so I'm fine with that. So right here, at this point I'm debating on whether or not to throw saplings to try and poke her down or to just let the wave push in my favor. As you can see, it's really easy. I'm actually even with Vayne and CS at this point, which is great for me considering that she should be hitting almost all of the CS. And by maxing his Q, it makes it really easy to sapling the caster minions and then get a Q off and get the entire back row. So at this point, I'm saving up. I'm trying to have enough to go back and be able to get my catalyst. So I'm still even in CS with Vayne, which is great. She's not applying as much pressure as she was before, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, the key thing is not letting her get her 3rd proc of Silver Bolts off. Otherwise, it just really, really hurts because of the percent health. So right there, I tried to poke her with that, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get her with that there. She ends up getting a condemn off on me and getting the procs the 3rd Silver Bolt. So I'm basically just trying to abuse my passive and use my potions really frequently because I'm going to need them. I believe I called the jungler up here again in a minute to help me out here, just because at this point it's just a farm lane, and a farmed Vayne can contribute a lot more in a fight than I would be able to, which kind of sucks, but that's just kind of how it is. So they have 280 carries basically in the Caitlyn and the Vayne, and the Vayne ends up being a lot scarier in team fights than the Caitlyn. So basically my primary target is to just zone Vayne in team fights, knowing I'm gonna die, but letting my team clean up. They're pretty much non-tanky team. I mean, you'll see Rammus doesn't really build, and she doesn't get the 3rd proc of the Silver Bolt there because she condemned me for some reason. But Rammus builds, I think, a Spirit Visage first, which allows Kha'Zix and Lucian to kind of do a number to him. The lane's pushing here. I ping our jungler to come up, and because Vayne's flash is still down, so I ping the jungler to come up. He says he's gonna take reds first and then be up, just because Vayne is just constantly pushed. Missed some CS there, which kind of sucks. She warded River, so he ults and he comes through the tri-bush. We root her, I pop my ult so he takes no damage, and I end up getting the kill there, which is great. And it lets me push out the wave here because her TP is back up. Okay, so it lets me push out the wave here. I get the kill on that, and I am currently just one CS behind her. So I want to push the wave here, and then I want to be able to back, and if I have to, TP back in. Vayne was gone for a while, so I figured she probably was waiting for an item or just didn't use her TP back in, and as you can see, she TP's back top. So that lets me, I just let her push the wave in, and I'm going to hold on to my TP in case I need to go bot for some reason, to help them out. So I pick up my catalyst. I don't have enough for the blasting one, so I get boots and a potion. And I ping our bot lane to get a forward ward, maybe in the tri-bush or in the 2nd bottom bush, so that I can TP in, because right now they have one in the 1st bottom bush and in the river bush, and never TP to those wards unless your bot lane doesn't have a tower and they're like where the tower should be, otherwise you're going to waste your TP every time. So Karthus ults here, doesn't really do anything. She gets her procs off, she's got her bilge water now, so I really can't even try and poke her down just because she can sustain back off of that, which sucks. So at this point I just kind of have to concede the fact that I'm going to lose this lane, I'm going to get pushed to tower, and that if I want to be able to have a bigger impact on this game, as you can see right there, I try and fight her, and she ends up ulting, which is nice. I missed my Q, which really sucked. I keep my ult up in case she goes after me. She ends up not. So as you can see, like at that point I was like, yeah, I can't fight her just because she can lifesteal everything back up. So I drop a ward there, and she can lifesteal a lot better than I can regen health off of my passive. I have to pop all my potions at this point. So I'm just kind of like, shit, can't do anything here. And I just resort to have to getting as much CS as I can. You can see she starts to out CS me here. I'm at 70 to her 80, which is kind of to be expected. She goes in there and doesn't get the third proc off. Our bot lane is warded right now, but they did get a ward in the river bush, but they're pushed pretty far up right now. We don't know where Rammus is at the moment. They have a pink ward in their jungle, I just noticed for some reason. I think it's in their blues. So at this point, she ends up not getting that proc off on me. Oh, nope, she does. So right here, I just wanted to grab that CS. And they're pushed. Our bot lane is forced to back. Lucian dies. And I ping Kha'Zix to go in. I back off so Vayne can't condemn and stop my TP. I TP down and land right on a trap, which sucks. But they're pushed so far up that at this point they can't really do a whole lot. Kha'Zix goes a little bit early and has to jump out. I pop my ulti. She's almost dead. She ends up getting that, and she heals off of it, which gets her out of range, or further out of range. I get the kill off of that. And we're going really deep. I end up with a weird bug there. I toss my sapling up, and the sapling flies and ends up getting an on me, which really surprised me. Kha'Zix dies there, but it's a 2-for-1. Both their bot lanes dead. Our bot lane just got back into lane, and I give up top tower for it. So, and I netted 2 kills off that, so in my opinion, it was pretty worth for me. I pick up some potions just because I can't really do anything against Vayne. She's at 97 to my 80 CS, but I have 3 kills and she has none. So that's good on me. But I mean, at this point, I can't fight her anymore. I'm not tanky enough. And her percent health just kind of eats away at me. So she gets my turret there. Bot lane is ahead in CS but down a kill. Yeah, ahead in CS but down a kill. Mid lane is even in kills and CS. Our jungle, their Rammus is 1-1-1, and our Kha'Zix is 2-2-4, so our jungle has an advantage over theirs. I just noticed, I didn't notice in game, but their Rammus had bought in a Sightstone, which was really surprising. It's 14 minutes in, he's got a Sightstone, Quill Coat, and Tier 1 boots, so he doesn't have Moby boots yet, so his ganks aren't going to be as good. I don't know, I'm just kind of shocked that he bought a Sightstone. I didn't realize that. I mean, normally the only people you see buying Sightstones are that aren't supports are Lee Sin and maybe Nunu. But so anyways, I'm able to clear the lane pretty well at this point. Her TP is, I figure, is probably back up at this point. It's going to be pretty close to whether or not it is. So I grab all the CS there, and at this point my Q's at a high enough level that I'm just able to pick up pretty much all of the CS in a wave. We lose our bot turret, but they end up getting the kill on the Karthus, which is great. So I'm pushing the tower here. And this was kind of a bad play by me. Vayne ults in and tumbles, so I don't see her until she's really close. She flashes there. I should have at least tried to fight her, but so she ends up killing me there. So her ult and flash are down for killing me, which sucks, but not really that big of a deal. Lux didn't really need to flash that, I don't think. Actually, she might have needed to. That was probably a good call there. But so anyways, I died there. Vayne's flash is down, so that opens her up to, if she stays in lane and pushes, an easy gank for our Kazakhs. I back up, pick up my rod, and due to their team being very AD heavy,
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I will finish my Frozen Heart here, and then I believe I go Randuin's after that for the only AP on their team being Karthus. So I pick up pretty much the entire wave of CS there, which was great. Vayne backed, and our bot lane got their bot tower. Vayne's TP's back up at this point. I don't believe she's used it yet. And she shows bot, so I'm like, awesome. I can just push this wave out without having to worry about anything. I am almost 20 CS behind, but I've got 2 kills over her. Now that I got my rod, I basically just kind of want to stay top, only TP if it's a guaranteed like advantage for us, and just let my rod stack at this point. So we get the dragon here, and they get out, which is great. No casualties there. I don't believe Vayne gets anybody. My TP's down for another 20 seconds, so I can't do anything. And Vayne's TP's down. So I'm pinging for Kazakhs to try and stop them from taking mid and hold up, because my TP's up in 5. So he goes in, and I think he shoots out a W to try and help clear the wave, and I TP in before the tower's able to get taken to try and stop it. Yeah, Kazakhs almost died there, so they backed off. My TP's down, but it pushed them off of mid turret, and unfortunately our Lux hasn't gotten a lot of damage off on their mid turret. So everyone's here at this point. Our Lucian, for some reason, just I believe goes back down bottom lane to farm when we're all looking to fight at this point. Right now, I'm just kind of looking to jump Vayne, because Vayne can do the most damage, and she's the one most likely to get close to do the damage. I mean, Caitlin's got her IE at this point, but Vayne is kind of scarier, honestly. She's got her upgraded boots versus Caitlin's non-upgraded boots, and she just kind of eats. Vayne just kind of like tears through me and Blitzcrank, who are both have a lot of health stacked, but not a lot of armor. So like right now I've got Glacial Shroud, and that's the only armor I've got, which doesn't provide a whole lot. So we just kind of want to push mid tower down here. We were looking for a dive, but no one gets close enough. Blitz ults for some reason instead of grabbing. I don't know if it was down or not. But he ends up landing the grab on the Karthus, and the Karthus goes down there. I get the assist off of that, and Vayne's, I end up going back in for some reason, and I get killed, and Vayne just plays cleanup crew at this point. I believe she gets a double kill off of that. Yes, she got a double kill off of that. And Lux ends up getting the shutdown because Vayne just kind of stands there instead of rolling, which is good for us. So at this point, I ping Lucian to go top lane just to get that CS, just so it doesn't push to tower, and so we can force the wave to start pushing the opposite direction, so we don't have to worry about say Vayne TP into a minion and taking the tower. So I finish off my Glacial Shroud, or not my Glacial Shroud. I blow my Glacial Shroud into a Frozen Heart, and So now I'm looking to, I believe I'm looking to get Merc Treads next, just for the tenacity, so that I don't have to worry about Karthus. Karthus slows, which are going to be a really big problem when we get into the back line. Which, as you can see now, their Rammus has home guards with, he has Mobies with home guards, and he's got a golem. He doesn't have any armor yet, so he's not very tanky. Even with his W making him tanky, he's not too tanky. And then, other than that, they don't have anyone else who has any form of tank. Their Karthus didn't build a Rod of Ages, so he's pretty squishy. Lux ends up getting the Kate, but no one wants to focus the Vayne here at this point, and I make a mistake there of going in, and I don't get my ult off in time, and Vayne ends up getting a Quadra. And at that point, everyone realized it's like, yeah, we have to focus the Vayne, as I've been telling them before, because she's really farmed up. And our Kha'Zix ends up going back in to try and get the Rammus, but the Karthus ult takes him out. So basically, I made a bad play there by not popping my ult sooner, otherwise we might have been able to get the Rammus. So anyways, I pick up Warden's Mail to build into Randuin's, because they have a lot of AD on their team, with 280 carries basically. So the passive from Frozen Heart's really going to help, as well as the armor from HP from Frozen Heart and Randuin's. So at this point we're 1 kill ahead. All their kills are pretty much stacked on Vayne, so it's kill Vayne, win the team fight pretty much. Our mid tower is still up, which is good. And we're looking to fight here. We see Vayne top, so I'm like, yo, group mid, Lucian, stop just split pushing, come group mid with us. And we can kill them. I end up getting in there on the Nami, and we try and take that for the Lux, but she ends up walking too far away. So Nami's down, their biggest form of CC's down. So it's like, hey, jump on the Karthus and let's kill him. Vayne TP's in mid, and I take too much damage from the Karthus because I'm not paying attention. So at this point we're looking to dive on top of the Vayne. For some reason, Blitzcrank faced the mountains himself. But yeah, we're looking to dive on top of the Vayne here. Nami just respawned, and Karthus has another 10 seconds till he respawns. So basically, the worst thing that's gonna what we're planning on happening is me diving Vayne and getting Rammus taunted. So anyways, we end up Blitz ends up landing a great hook on the Caitlyn. And I end up getting the kill on that from my root Q. Unfortunately, what happened there was, at this point I'm like, yeah, just run away. I'm not gonna be able to get away. And Lux's ult comes up, which is great, and I end up getting out of there alive, which is awesome. That Lux ult saved me big time. But what happened with the Kha'Zix was, he went around and he jumped back over the wall towards Wolves, and Vayne shot her condemn as he was like about midway over the wall, and it condemned him into the wall on the side that he jumped from, so on the side that Vayne was on. So he ends up dying there, which is kind of weird. I'd never seen that happen before, but anyway, so we get the kill on Vayne, which is great. I end up getting a kill in that fight on the Caitlyn, and 2 assists on the Rammus and the Vayne. So I TP top just to push top lane out here. Basically what I'm trying to do at this point is I'm trying to force Vayne to have to stay top, because she can be, if no one can get on Vayne in a team fight, then she's just gonna wreck our team. So by me staying top right now, it forces Vayne to have to come back top lane and stop me from pushing the wave. So I see that we have wards down around the river, so I see that they're grouping for Dragon. and I start walking down. I know Vayne's TP's down, and I still see Vayne farming minions. So I'm going down bot towards Dragon, and I'm pinging them to, you know, go in because I'm there. Let's fight them. Nami ults right there, and then I flash and root Caitlyn just because she needed to not have a chance to use her 90 caliber net to get out. Ended up locking her down and getting the kill out of that. So we push mid wave here. Blitzcrank was chasing the Nami for you know, God knows why. So I'm just pushing the wave here. And we're gonna, I believe we end up getting mid tower here. I'm not sure. Maybe not. So she ends up condemning me away, which is fine because now her condemns down. I'm not too worried about that. This ends up being a really bad play by me. I'm like, you know, Lux, just back out. I'm just gonna suicide here. I believe a Ram Assault there, and then I get a Ram Assault and a Kate ult. So that was my bad. I was just out of position there. And I believe they end up getting, I don't think our team gets, I don't think Blitz and Kha'Zix get back quick enough to stop them from taking mid. Not 100% sure. So anyways, yeah, bad play by me. I missed position. I got too greedy for the tower. Blitz missed the flash grab there, which sucked. He's going way too deep for some reason. So the flash, the flash snare ends up missing. Vayne's flash is down, and Karthus ends up walking right into that. Lux's ult, which chunks him for a good bit. So I pick up my Randuin's there, I pick up my Null Magic Mantle to build into my Merc Treads. Vayne's bot, Karthus back, so I'm like, yo, I'm pinging the tower, I'm like, just get the tower. And then we can either push another lane or just shove mid. So we end up getting the tower there. We've got about a 6k gold lead at this point, a little over 6k gold lead. 6k? Almost 7k at this point now that we got the tower. Lucian ends up getting a double kill, which is great. I'm pinging him to go back in because I'm here, and he ends up, do we end up getting the win? Lux gets taunted there, and I think she gets away. I get borked, and I end up getting the Vayne there. And then I'm like, yo, Caitlyn, fight. And I end up getting the Rammus there, because the Rammus just comes right back into me. So I don't get the cape, but I get the Vayne and the Rammus, which is great. So I pick up a double kill there. Yeah, I believe I get my Merc Treads, and I believe I build a, yeah, I get my Merc Treads. I don't think I have enough for a Negatron Cloak. Maybe I do. I don't really remember. So I get my Merc Treads there. I'm super tanky at this point. As you can saw, I was getting focused by both Kate and Vayne, and I was still able to live a long time and put down a lot of damage with my with my abilities, which is a reason why I love Maokai. So even with being really tanky, my rod's fully stacked at this point. So I've got a lot of health, I got a lot of mana, and I've got a decent amount of AP. And so I pick up my No Magic I pick up my Negatron Cloak. So I've got some MR, I've got a lot of armor, got a lot of health, and I'm looking to fight at this point. Our whole team's up, everyone's at full health. Their Rammus built a Spirit Visage second, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense because right now all the kills are stacked on me and Lux. Me, Kha'Zix, and Lux. Lucian doesn't really have any kills at this point. He's got 4, but not that big of a deal. So I end up rooting the Karthus, and he ends up dying there. I don't think he gets anyone from the ult. Yeah, he doesn't get anyone from the ult. Rammus flashes and taunts, and I end up going really deep here just to try and peel them off of our front line. And I believe I end up living out of that. So anyways, you can see how tanky he gets with his ultimate. So I dive on the back line, Rammus is there, Kate's there, they're both attacking me. Or not Rammus, Vayne, Kate, both there attacking me. I live long enough to get for Kha'Zix to put on his Jordans and jump to the back line and help me out. I end up living out of that. The burn damage from Rammus almost killed me. from his, or no, not Rammus, sorry, Caitlyn. I believe Caitlyn had reds at that point. Almost killed me, but I get out. My TP's back up, but we end up backing off. That was a 2 for, I believe that was a 2 for 3. But I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think it was 2 for 3. So at this point, we're at about a 5k gold lead. I've got my Negatron cloak. I'm working to get my Spectre's cowl. I don't know why Lux ulted there. I guess it was just because she was backing. It's on such short cooldown. So I believe I end up going with a Banshee's Veil next to stop Nami bubbles, because if I get Nami bubbled, I'm gonna get focused pretty hard if no one else is, if none of the rest of my team's there. Just because I'm such a massive front line right now. So as you can see, our Blitz is building an Iceborne Gauntlet, so he's gonna get a little bit tankier there. Our Lucian has Iomu's Last Whisper, so he's gonna be dishing out some good damage. Kha'Zix is pretty mixed right now between damage and tankiness. Got a lot of armor shred, which is good considering. So anyways, I come around the backside here, and they end up getting the Karthus, and I go in a little bit too late and get taunted, and as you can see that I get bubbled. So I pop my ult. I'm like, yo, I need to get on this Vayne before I die. I get off my Randuin's. Unfortunately, no one is really there to follow up. Lucian ends up getting the Nami, and then he gets the Rammus. Unfortunately, our flashy popped. Blitz ends up pulling Rammus and getting himself killed. Kha'Zix ends up getting a kill there, and he's waiting for his Jordans to come back up. Goes in, Randuin's gets the kill. So I end up getting, I believe, 3 assists out of that. They ended up burning a lot on me, which let Lux and Kha'Zix and Lucian kind of clean up there. So Lucian got a double kill there, which is really good for him. He's been his board now. Kha'Zix going a little bit too deep. I spawn back up and I TP mid because I want to push the tower. Do I TP mid? Yeah, I end up TPing mid. Someone pinged Dragon and I was like, yo, let's take this tower. We ended up going super deep. We ended up not getting the kill on Karthus here. I tanked tower shots for a really long time. Unfortunately, our Lux just kind of didn't do anything there. And then flashes over the wall, so I don't know what she was doing. Kha'Zix ends up going down there. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough lifesteal to live that. But yeah, I don't know what our Lux was doing. Our Blitz ends up... does he get away? No, he doesn't get away there. He should have ulted sooner so that Rammus couldn't have taunted him. But it's not that big of a deal. So Rammus ends up going really deep there, but since he has no armor, he just gets shredded. And then Lucian ults for some reason. He only lands like 3 or 4 of the shots of the calling. So anyways, that was a bad play on me. Yeah, I believe I'm going for the Banshee's Veil here. And this lets them push down 2 mid towers. So I'm like, yo, Lux, when we're there, fight. She ends up getting killed there. I'm like, yo, Lux, when me and Kha'Zix are that deep, and I'm taking tower shots, you can fight and not have to worry about, getting tower focused. So I'm like, yo, let's group up, let's fight. Our gold lead dropped a little bit, so I'm like, I don't know what their Karthus doesn't have a rod for some reason. So I'm like, yo, I'm pinging, I'm like, yo, they might be a Baron. We should take it. If they end up not being it, so I'm like, yo, we should take it, just let me tank it. He's not going to do any damage to me between my ult and my passive. So I'm like, yo, let's take it. Blitz is here. What's this? Is hook over the wall. For some reason they jump back out. I'm like, yo, my ult can only last so long. Lux ends up pulling out a kill there because Karthus just walks up almost dead. Rammus ends up just disintegrating there. He's super squishy. So we get Baron, we get 2 of them. I'm paying him like, yo, clear the minions, get the wave push, and let's take tower and let's end the game. So right here I just clear out, I'm just clearing out a Kate trap there. Minions are pushing the towers. We haven't gotten a lot of damage on the tower. This is the third time I believe we've tried to siege it. So Lux wants to go, or not Lux, Blitz wants to go in for a hook. End up not getting it. Karthus and Rammus are up in 15, so I'm like, yo, let's try and look for a dive. He ends up getting the dive and then the flash there, so I'm not able to get anything. And we go super deep and tanking two towers, and we end up getting the ace there, which is awesome. Lucian gets a triple kill. Rammus immediately realizes that he's made a big mistake when he goes in that far. So with my ult tanking two tower shots, it basically lets our team get out pretty easily. I'm like, you know, let's just dive him. I end up getting the kill there for the ace. They're all dead, so we're all good to go. It's like, okay, let's end the game. Me and Kha'Zix for some reason took tower shots. I don't know why. But so at this point it's like, yo, we won the game. The Kha'Zix in chat was like, yo, let's try and get another kill here. So I'm like, you know, whatever. They're all spawning back up here in a second. Blitz misses the pull there, and Caitlyn ults, but it really does no damage. Vayne's right there. She goes in super hard. I pop my ult, I root her, and she ends up dying there. I back off, and I'm just kind of like, what's going on at this point? I'm lagging a little bit. We end up getting another ace there at the end of the game. Or no, Rams didn't even come on a base. So we end up getting 4 of them. We win the game. So basically, how to play Maokai is just get super tanky. It lets you dive their backline. As you can see, I was diving double 80 carries a lot of the game. And it really helps your team deal with their front line. And if your backline gets dove, you can zone really well. You can peel really well with all of Maokai's CC and his ultimate damage reduction. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys later. Peace.